Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. And today I am actually using custom content. A lot of custom content actually to complete this build. So you guys are probably already aware of the new ORJANIC, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, the new ORJANIC custom content CC packs by HeryHarrie and FelixAndre. They are incredible thus far. I'm not sure if there's plans for more, but there are two parts. The first part was mainly exterior items. So for example, this brick, these shutters, the windows, the door, they're just absolutely gorgeous, so complimentary to a lot of the things that we got with cottage living. And then part two is more so interior things. I think we've got like a dining room set, some living room items. So we got like a sectional couch, there's a fireplace, there's lamps, there's plants, there's side tables, there's console tables. It is absolutely stunning. I love pretty much everything that the both of them create. So whenever they get together to create a new set, I am just absolutely ecstatic. So that is what we are doing today. We're using parts 1 and 2, but I do have some very sad news about this build. Now, it's not going to be completely devastating, so I will start off maybe with the good things, is that if you have both of these custom content packs, you can go ahead and download this build from the gallery with zero issue and everything should be there, which is fantastic. However, so long story short, I didn't build this on my gaming desktop. I built this on the gaming laptop that my husband and I sometimes share. And with this laptop, things never run correctly. I've never had a good experience with it, but the only reason I'm using it is because I am trying not to sit at my desk with my arms bent in a certain position because I'm in physical therapy for suspected like tendonitis and tennis elbow in my right hand, which is my dominant hand. Okay, and now I'm trying to train myself to build with my left hand, which is actually going really well. This entire build was done with my left hand, so if it seems as though the footage isn't as sped up, know that it's pretty much an illusion because it was really just me working 2 times slower because I was using my non-dominant hand. But anyway, with that, I had to set up all of the technology and everything to record on the gaming laptop. And when I went to record almost a majority of this build, it didn't work. It didn't take. So you're going to see the living room and the dining room, and then pretty much everything else is not filmed. And I am exceptionally sad about it. Like I said, actually cried. I was fuming. I almost threw the freaking laptop across the room. I was so mad, but it was so much work. It took so much time because I was using my non-dominant hand that I was like, I can't redo all of this. Like I can't undo it and then repeat all of it. I don't think I have the stamina in my non-dominant hand to do that. I can't just crank it out. Like I was so upset. So I decided to just post the build, whatever footage I had, which it's already a fair amount of footage to be honest. I decided, you know what? I am just going to post what I have and share it with you guys and hope that you don't hate me. That was pretty much my plan. So you can see we're still working on the exterior, and I wanted to make a modern extension off the side of this cottage because a lot of the items that we did get with this pack, there's kind of a nice mix of more country cottagey things, and then there's the modern elements that we can kind of add. It's almost like modern contemporary, and that's my limited knowledge about certain styles and whatnot, but yeah, I wanted to try to use as many of the build items as I possibly could that I was at least comfortable with. So I wanted to make a modern extension off of this cottage, and it's a little bit odd. I think right here it wraps around a bit, but I end up making it a little bit smaller and a little bit more, I don't know, realistic to the size of the cottage. And then here, this was probably the most exciting part for me. Look at these windows that fit perfectly onto roofs. Look at how cute it is. You can make an actual greenhouse with windows that fit on the roof pieces at the exact angles. You could play around, of course, with the roof pitch as well to kind of make sure that it fits, but you can make an actual greenhouse. Like, it is so ingenious. I was thrilled. It looks so good too, by the way, at least in my opinion it does. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So I had to make a greenhouse. I was going to make like a barn or a shed or something too, but I was working on a smaller lot and I was trying to be cognizant of how I was building, all that fun stuff that I'm trying to deal with. So I was trying to make sure that this was as inclusive of the items as it possibly could be for what I was attempting to achieve. Hopefully that makes sense. But we're working on some of the landscaping here, and at the time I actually did, hopefully you guys are proud of me, I finally downloaded the Better Build By catalog, as well as the Organize Debug and Tool. So I've had Tool before and I played around with it and whatnot, and I didn't use Tool here at all, but being able to hold down Shift and copy and paste debug items, okay, I see what you mean. That was 110% worth it. It was a little bit confusing because I didn't understand fully how the Organize Debug was set up. So I did struggle with it just a little tiny bit as I was working through this. And I think between when I started this build and when I finished it, we actually got the patch with the spa day refresh, and Better Build By, at least at the time me recording this voiceover, is still not fixed because it did break with the patch, but Tool's been fixed. So long story short, I didn't use it for the entire build because it broke, but I did use it for part of it, and I was kind of getting used to where things were with the Organized Debug, not entirely. I could see that it would take some getting used to, but like I said, the ability to just like copy and paste debug items was definitely worth it to me. So if you're curious about that mod, I would recommend it, but there's a learning curve with, I think, any advanced complex mod like that. I think for Better Build By, there's just trying to remember where everything is and kind of reorient your brain a little bit. But I think for Tool, for example, there are some great ways to approach that as a beginner, but it is a complex mod, so it's definitely worth kind of testing it out and going along the ride for the learning curve. But here we are in the greenhouse, and this floor is actually new with the CC pack as well, and it's beautiful. It's like a flagstone floor. I actually use it on the entire interior, which I don't normally do. I think I've only done that maybe once or twice in a cottage so far, or not at all. I can't even recall, but I think the greenhouse is really, really, really pretty. I loved adding just tons of plants, and that little bench, even though it is decorative from cottage living, I added the flower arranging station and the woodworking bench, so there were a few activities here aside from just the little planter boxes as well. And now this chair that I put out here is also from the CC pack. I honestly can't sing them enough praises. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait till we get onto the interior. Like, I'm so excited. I was actually so excited about this build that I have been sharing little like preview screenshots and whatnot over on Twitter as well as the YouTube community page. So if you guys actually didn't know, I'll put that out there. The community page is really, really great to check. I use it a lot. I will either post like behind the scenes stuff, upcoming builds. I'll let you know when a build is live, in case you don't have all your notifications on, which is actually, oddly enough, okay, so I'm gonna sound like the YouTuber right now, the stereotypical YouTuber, but it's actually really important and it really helps out creators. So if you don't already have all notifications turned on, if you are not currently subscribed, it would really, really help. Just, I've never plugged anything like that before. That felt uncomfortable. Anyway, we're onto the interior of the build, and I did the entire flagstone floor, and when you walk in, you do walk into the dining section, which is something that I've done in cottages before. It's not something that I really enjoy doing, but it's like the only way that the floor plans can work with these cottage builds and how they're laid out. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this, but I feel almost forced into the same floor plans a lot with the way in which these cottages are built and how they look on the exterior. But I did separate it with these beautiful new columns and the spandrels from this pack. There's the new sectional couch, the new fireplace, the rug, the coffee table, the little end table, and that back door that has the top window open. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so well done, and I love the color palettes that they came up with as well. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They're very subtle, but I also loved the curtains. I don't know if you guys noticed as I was placing them. It's so clever. So there is a side of the curtain for the right and a side for the left. They did it in all of the different wall heights. So that's number one. That's just amazing. And then there's actually a detail that's a curtain rod. So you can make it look as though the panels are extended to any window size that you'd like. I hope that that makes sense because it allows you to make basically curtains to be any size. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's so, so clever. I loved it so much. And I use that system a little bit on the modern extension, which ends up kind of being like a sunroom for yoga. Because we got the spa day refresh, I thought it was appropriate to put a yoga mat out there. And then there's also just like a little painting corner, because I was thinking that the Sims that live here are just very, very peaceful, calm, minimalist Sims. That's what I was thinking. I'm not going to go with the new trait of high maintenance. I'm just thinking that they might have one of those new aspirations though. I haven't even looked at them. I think there's 3 new aspirations. I'm very behind because I've been on my slight hiatus. Like I'm kind of just coming back because I'm able to use my non-dominant hand, but I've kind of been out of the loop with a lot of things. But anyway, when you walk in here, this is actually where the dining room is going to be. The door off to the now left is going to be the downstairs bathroom, which is a full bathroom. And then there is another full bathroom upstairs as well. So it's a 3-bed, 2 full bath, which is wonderful. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. And I was picturing 2 parents, their child and their toddler living here. So there's a child's bedroom upstairs, the master bedroom, of course, and the toddler room. And those are all rooms that you're not going to see. You're also not going to see the kitchen. Like, it's really a bummer. I don't know what happened because my recording software was like, your recording has started. And then when I clicked the hotkey to stop, it said, your recording has been saved. I had designated the destination as to where this footage should go, and it was not there when I went to go edit. I was so upset, but here are some decorative pillows that came with the pack too, so you can actually add pillows to your couches and stuff, which is just, I love it so much. I really, really do. I absolutely adore it. But considering that footage is lost, I am just pretty much going to say that we are getting close to the end of the build, which is likely very confusing if you haven't watched it all the way through at this point and you didn't hear what I said about the footage being lost. And yeah, so I will let you guys off here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you want to see more CC builds, definitely let me know. I will link the organic packs down below. Part 1 is already free to the public, and part 2, I believe, is going to be free to the public on October 6th. So you don't have to pay to get this stuff. You can get it free very, very soon if you would like to play with it as well. But hope you guys enjoyed this build. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Calling from something that's out there somewhere, wondering when we'll be departing from here. Anyone else would go back inside, but we set out to walk 1,000